Hi, and welcome to the What They Don't Teach You in School YouTube channel where we teach life. My name is Donnie Thomas, and I am the developer of the Real Estate Investment Model for Wealth. I am the author of the book, What They Don't Teach You in School, and I'm also an executive advisor at the Donatello Group, which is a real estate investment management and consulting firm that helps individuals as well as businesses to take their money and invest it in income-producing assets that are primarily backed by real estate. Now, today's topic is 2 reasons why you should build your real estate portfolio today. Now, the first point that I'll touch on for this discussion is the political climate in which we live in. The reason this is important is because the political climate that we live in is telling you that you need to become the builder of your own future. And how are they doing this? They're doing this through their budget. Now, I was reviewing the president's budget the other day, and I ran across a few items that I wanted to share with you all because I think it is pertinent that you know about them. One of the items that I ran across was reform Medicaid. Now, when I hear the word reform, I usually associate a negative dollar amount to that, which means that the government is going to be allocating less funding to those types of programs. Now, the second thing I ran across was Reform Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. So things like food stamps. So the single mother that is trying to feed her family may not even have the same level of assistance that she had because it's going to be reducing over time. In fact, from now all the way through to 2027, we're looking at about a $190 billion decrease in funding for that program alone. Next, something that was near and dear to me was eliminate subsidized student loans. Now, as someone that has benefited from subsidized student loans, it really is disheartening to see that our government is looking to eliminate this kind of program because I know the friend that had to take out $100,000 just to graduate undergrad. I actually had to take out about $7,000, but that is not everybody's story. There are individuals across this country that just want to live the American dream and go to school, get a good job, have the house, have the family, and be able to provide for them. And they aren't able to do that, especially when they don't have some of the loans that they need to go to some of the schools that they want to attend. Last, eliminate public service loans. So a lot of those public servants that were being forgiven their loans may not necessarily get that same level of forgiveness. So this is serious, people. This is the time for you to be serious about becoming a builder of your future. Do not wait. I remember about 2009, I started with about $10,000, and now I've built my real estate portfolio to a 7-figure portfolio that has enough income to support my standard of living. And I want that for everyone, which is why I developed the Real Estate Investment Model for Wealth, which I mentioned a little bit earlier. Now, the Real Estate Investment Model for Wealth is a strategic guide for beginner and intermediate investors that walks you through the planning, the positioning, the operation, and the disposition of your real estate investment. And this is very critical because you can go on the web and do all kinds of research. Because I'm a firm believer that information is free, but skills are not. And in the Real Estate Investment Model for Wealth, we teach you skills that will allow you to change your way of thinking in a manner that will build your real estate portfolio and change your life forever. You're going to have and learn something in the Real Estate Investment Model for Wealth that will do that, and all for the cost of brunch. And now I know you're thinking, oh my God, this is some kind of sales pitch. No, this is serious, and this is why it's priced as such, because we want everybody to be able to afford it. It's no more than the cost of lunch, honestly. So if you can go out and have Sunday funding and do all these great things, which you should do, you can definitely invest in a program that is going to take your life to the next level. And I'll leave it there. So I would go to www.thedonatellogroup.com. Go to and sign up for the Real Estate Investment Model for Wealth. It's an online workshop. I guarantee you'll learn something that will explode your real estate portfolio. Again, go to www.thedonatellogroup.com. I'll move on from this point because I have one more point to hit, which is risk mitigation. Now, for those of you who've been following the channel, you may have watched the first session, which is how to get out of the rat race and why we may never get there. And one of the points that we talked about during that session was establishing business ownership in order to reduce your tax liability, because businesses are afforded benefits that individuals will never see. This is the way our country is designed. If you are a business fueling the engine of America by employing people, you will receive benefits that individuals will not be able to get. What does that mean for you? It means more money back in your pocket so that you can build for your family, for your children. So in closing, I'm going to land this plane because I don't want to be too laborious about what I'm trying to get across to you, but it's very serious. The political climate that we are living in is going to now force you and the state and local governments to allow you to become the builder of your own future. There won't be the days of going to the federal government for money. We won't be able to do that. You have to do that. So you'll have to do that by establishing your real estate portfolio. You can do that through the real estate investment model for wealth or some other tool, and also establishing a business. Again, my name is Donnie Thomas. I thank you for joining this session of What They Don't Teach You in School, 2 reasons why you should build your real estate portfolio today. I look forward to talking to you next time.